Over the last 4 weeks, I have had four incredibly perspective changing conversations. These conversations have reaffirmed all the things that I have been so grateful for. And I wanted to share these perspectives with you because when we get a glimpse into someone else's world and we comparatively see, the depth of someone else's pain and can empathize with that, it really hones us in to our gratitude attitude. Now, I have four quick stories. I'm going to do a high level recap, but each of these happened in the last 4 consecutive weeks and really have just blown my mind week after week. I have them written down. So this past week, I spoke to a person who informed me that he was an orphan until he was 10. He went from foster home to foster home for years, having self-doubt and self-blame because he had no one else to really blame, having a really crappy existence in his childhood for but himself. So he grew up with this luggage walking around everywhere. He had no confidence. Imagine growing up like that. The week before that, I spoke to a man who had an accent. So I said, "Sir, where are you from?" And this man went on to tell me how he was from Afghanistan. And I said, "How do you like America?" And he said, "I love it. There's so much peace, there's no war, and it's just amazing to live here." And I questioned him, like, "Well, what do you mean? What's it like in Afghanistan?" He's like, "There's always war. I was born in war. I grew up in war. I went to university in war." And this person's definition of success was peace. Not wealth, not like subsistence, not even like just happiness. Peace was success for this person. He informed me that his aunt and uncle had died in a bombing during his lifetime, and also his brother did. So just being able to live in America and have peace was just the definition of success. The week before that, I spoke to a man who is probably approaching his 60s right now, and he informed me he had grown up in drastic conditions. He told me that he would fear going home. His dad would come home and would beat him and beat him. The story he told me that was the story where his beating started was when he was 15. He was sitting at the dinner table and his dad came home and he said, "What the fuck are you doing at my dinner table?" He proceeded to throw him out. From that moment on, he was thrown out of his house and continually beaten by his father until he was 18 years old. He told me that first winter he slept in his dog's house using his winter coat, and it smelled like shit. It smelled like pure dog. And he said he was only able to get past these beatings when he got fed up and punched his father in the ribs and broke 3 of his ribs. And that's when his dad and him no longer had conflict. But for 3 years, he went in fear of returning home because he thought he was going to get the shit kicked out of him, in his own words. And then the week before that, I spoke to this woman and she was doing this. So I said to her, like, "What's going on with your neck? Are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah, I slept on the floor last night, And I'm like, "What? You slept on the floor? Like, why? Like, what's happening?" And she proceeded to tell me that her boyfriend doesn't have a mattress. And she moved into his house and she actually gave her mattress away to this couple that were homeless and they were actually sleeping in that same home as them. So she gave this couple her mattress. But she said, yeah, like her boyfriend, I'm going to call him Chad. She said, yeah, Chad's never had a mattress. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, Chad grew up with no money, so he's always slept on the floor his entire life. Chad's 21 right now. Chad has never had a mattress, and he's 21. Like, when was the last time you've taken your bed for granted? Probably today and all the years of your life. You've probably taken your bed for granted. Now, I gave you 4 stories, 4 quick examples of perspectives. Things that are truly happening in people's lives today. Things that have shaped their lives. What do you have to be grateful for right now? Let that sink in, because we are so easy to compare ourselves to all the people who are doing all this amazing shit, But when was the last time you compared yourself to someone who's experiencing a lot of fucking crap? Experiencing a lot of fucking pain. And that will make you feel whole. That will make you feel like you truly have so much, because you do. You have breath in your lungs. You're able to watch this right now. How many millions of people don't have the capacity to watch this video right now? And let that sink in. And just look around you for the next 60 seconds and just acknowledge what it is that you have. And you will go for the rest of your day with this breath of appreciation and this lightness, if you truly embrace it, because life is good. Life is good. Thank you.